During escape, return all friendly minions to your hand. Sounds terrible. You can just play Shadow Step, it's 1 mana cheaper and you discount your minion. In most cases you don't want to return your minion into your hand. It's bad. Like, you spend mana playing the minion, like why would you want to play it again? Pogo Hopper. Yeah, even in case of Pogo Hopper, to justify using Daring Escape you have to play 2 Pogos and then escape them. It's just not worth it. I think this is not a good card, it's 1 star. Togwaggle Scheme, choose a minion, shuffle 1 copy of it into your deck, upgrades each turn. So yeah, Pogo Hopper, Togwaggle Scheme is actually interesting. You can just run Lab Recruiter though. Let's look at Legendary first, because all the stuff is gonna be around it. 7 mana 6/6, whenever you shuffle a card into your deck, add a copy to your hand. So with Nazwishker you can prep out on 8 mana Academic Espionage and get 10 1 mana cards into your hand. Everything you shuffle will be in your hand. That's like the crazy stuff you can do with it. But you can also just do Togwaggle Scheme. It's pretty slow though, it's turn 8 at best. Nevertheless it's powerful. Again, need a lot of setup to make it work. I really don't want to overhype it. It sounds amazing and it looked great in the presentation, but 7 mana 6/6. Let's be fair, don't play this guy by himself too often. And say if you go for tuck Nazwishker into Scheme on himself, it's not even so good. You get a bunch of copies of himself shuffled into your deck and into your hand. Well, you're gonna be playing a lot of 7 mana 6/6s in this game, I guess. Is it gonna win you the game? I don't think so. So that's not the best combo. Well, you really want to like get cheap, powerful stuff with it. So I can see 2 ways of making this guy work. Either prep Academic Espionage, or you scheme the Pogo Hoppers. And in any case it's very difficult to pull off, because it's either 8 mana setup, you need to have 3 specific cards in your hand, or in case of Pogo Hopper you need 10 mana, or 9 mana with preparation. Are very tough to get it work. Therefore it actually doesn't feel like this deck is that powerful, just because it's so tough to make it happen, right? Espionage deck right now is pretty bad, it's just a meme. And if this legendary isn't making it any better, I don't see why would I rate this high. This is a cool idea, and yeah, it makes the deck much stronger, except it's tough to make it work. So I just give it 3 stars and move along. I don't think this is OP. So Togwaggle Scheme, choose a minion, shuffle 1 copy of it into your deck. As I said, if you're playing Pogo Hopper, you can do Nazwishker and get a bunch of Pogos in your hand. Well, then you win if you don't die for 2 turns. What are the other uses of it? You can scheme the Togwaggle. In Wild you can do it on Kolento Oracles. I don't think it's the best though, you just want to... I think Lab Recruiter is better than this card. I'll give it 1.5 star, I don't think it will see any play. Lab Recruiter is better than this. Turn 8 tuck plus this on a good minion. Dude, how often your minion isn't getting removed immediately? 2 stars, whatever. Underbelly Defense. Battlecry, if you're holding a card from another class, gain +1/+1 and rush. 2 mana 2/3. How easy is it to get a card from another class? Right now, what do we have? Pilfer. Stolen Steel can give you something. This card is so bad though. Blink Fox is one of the better ones. Espionage. And the new ones are Henchkill and Burglary. Discover a spell from another class. Neutrals getting you different class cards. Pickpocket. Underbelly Defense. 3/4 rush for 2 mana is amazing. I mean, it's gonna win you the game, but it's like a totem golem. Like, it's pretty strong. How often you can get it on turn 2? Not so often, really. And there was an Alex Roth champion in Warrior previously, and it wasn't doing so well because getting Dragon was kind of tough. And if you think about 2-drop, well, it can just break the game enough to the point where you win on turn 2. Just no such card. Obviously you're gonna play it if you're playing the Card Thief Rogue it sounds just good enough. It's just very tough to get it work in time, and later, well, it just makes it not a terrible top deck. But on turn 2, oftentimes it's just 2 mana 2/3, which is still not bad, right? It's pretty decent to play it against some aggro stuff. I'll give it, I don't know, 2.5. I guess it fits, not broken, just fine card. Archetype by itself will probably not be so strong though. Hench Clan Burglary for mana 4/3 pirate, but acquire discover a spell from another class. Together with Vendetta, if you want to play this archetype, you can actually not care about tempo too much, because Vendetta makes up for the tempo. You just need card efficiency or tempo efficiency. Pretty good, 3 stars. Vendetta, also good in archetype, 3 stars. Thief Rogue by itself, I don't know, it doesn't feel like there's enough stuff to make it be tier 1 though. You can probably detract some, like a star or something, because I think the archetype will be pretty shitty. Evil Miscreant, 3 mana 1/5, combo, add 2 random luckies to your hand. Very weird stats. Luckies are pretty good in Rogue, they allow you to combo stuff. I mean, I can see this guy been playing some sort of tempo Rogue, some 1-drops. Yeah, just the good stuff what Rogue likes to do. Rogue loses a lot of good stuff though. There's no more Wildspan Slayer, you can have to play Walk the Plank. Hands up. Cold Blood is nerfed. So there has to be a reason to run this card if it's any good. And his Baron Tugwaggle can be a reason why I should play it. If you control a lucky, choose a fantastic treasure. And treasure is basically the ones you're getting from a treasure chest of Marin the Fox. 3 mana, draw a card, fill your hand with a copies of it. 3 mana, summon 2 legendaries, summon a legendary, or discover a legendary and summon 2 copies of it. 3 mana, draw 3 cards, reduce the cost to 0. And one more stuff, like, I don't remember what that is, but it's not so useful, I don't think. Yeah, so this is very strong, like, the treasure is freaking OP. You just pick the best one in any case, and if you discover 2 legendaries, you get 2 copies for 3 mana. But just like a ton of stuff already. So this card is the reason to run Luckies. And I think you want to play Luckies because of it. It's just good enough reason. I expect some mid-range based his Baron Tugwaggle Lucky Rogue to be decently power leveled. Maybe not the tier 1, but it's gonna be strong. So let's give this card 4 stars. Evil Miscreant 2.5. I'm just not a big fan of this stat line. You play them together though. 3 mana 6/6 Golden Monkey was the last one. Yeah, so Monkey replaces your hand and deck with the legendaries. Also very strong situationally, say against Warrior. Waggle Peak. 4 mana 4/2, the turtle return a random friendly minion to your hand, it costs 2 less. So it's like a shadow step effect. So let's put it another way. It's a 4 mana 4/2 weapon. With Death Rattle, you draw a Shadow Step. Little worse, because you can just smack and decide to not play it. You have to play it. And 4 mana 4/2 weapon for Rogue who has Dagger. It's pretty bad. Also, it has a candle on it, and we're not even into Kobolds and Catacombs. Rogue doesn't want to be taking damage so much, and you want to hit big minion with it. I'm just not a big fan. Maybe you can run 1 for some reason if you really want to, but I think there are better cards to play. I'll give it 1.5 star. An unidentified country, destroy a minion, gains a bonus effect in your hand. I don't really remember bonus effects. There's like a betrayal one. It does damage to minions. It borders. It can give you 2 coins. It can give you... Yeah, that's all I remember actually. I mean, if it gives you 2 coins, it's like almost a 4 mana assassinate, except you have to pay 6 mana for it initially. This plus betrayal also kind of strong sometimes, actually quite often. But yeah, it's just 6 mana, and Rogue, like, I don't think you will be caring about killing the minions so much. I think Walk the Plank is stronger because it's more flexible. You can play it earlier, and Sap is definitely also included because it's 2 mana and you don't have to care about death rattles. I think Rogue can remove stuff without any difficulties already. Don't see why would you play it right now. Maybe a one-off, I don't know. Let's give it 2-star. Okay, that's it for the rogue. We got some lucky stuff, pretty good legendary. Maybe good enough support for thief rogue. I don't think it's good enough though. I feel like it's possible to make Luckies work as a rogue. Luckies are very strong because rogue wants those 1-mana cards to make Big Van Cleave to combo stuff easily. Definitely looking forward to playing the rogue next expansion as well.